Hello everyone. Today I am going to start the fifth chapter of your syllabus and the name of the chapter is Democratic Resurgence. And the content of previous chapter, the crisis of democratic order is modified for this chapter. In this chapter we will study about the national emergency which was imposed in 1975 and new added topics that is Jayaprakash Narayan, Ram Manohar Lohia and Deen Dayal Upadhyay, and one more topic is there, democratic upsurgence. As you all know, the decade of 1960 to 1970, there were a lot of problems in India. People were dissatisfied with the prevailing economic situation all over the country, and the political system was not be capable to provide solution of unemployment, price rise, and gap between rich and poor had increased a lot. In this situation, students' movements, trade union movements, caste-based movement, Marxist movement started in India. Now the need was to redefine the democracy. That's why the name of the chapter is Democratic Resurgence. In my first part of this video, I will explain you about the Jayaprakash Narayan. He was popularly referred to as JP or Lok Nayak. Hindi, the meaning of Lok Nayak is people's leader. He was an Indian independence activist, theorist, socialist and political leader. He was born in Bihar in 11 October 1902 and he believed in selfless politics. He was a Marxist in his youth. He was founder general secretary of Congress Socialist Party and the name of his wife was Prabhavati Devi. She was a disciple of Mahatma Gandhi. In his early life, he went to US for education and there he influenced Marxism and the Russian Revolution 1917 in USSR. When he came back to India and he following the Mahatma Gandhi and participating in freedom struggle. When India became free in 1947, in interim government, Nehru invited JP for a member of cabinet but he refused. He is also known as the hero of Quit India movement and he is remembered for leading the mid-1970s opposition against Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, for whose overthrow he had called for a total revolution. He also 1950s associated with the Sarvodaya movement of Acharya Vinoba Bhave. In Bhudan movement, he take land from landowners and divide among landless people to reduce the gap between rich and poor. He was socialist in core. During the 1970s, Bihar and Gujarat movement, he came back in active politics and students approached Jayaprakash Narayan. In January 1974, students in Gujarat started agitation against rising prices of food grains, etc. In March 1974, when students of Bihar came together to protest against rising prices, food scarcity, unemployment and corruption. After a point, they invited all the students that time, they invited Jayaprakash Narayan, who had given up active politics and was involved in social work, to lead the students' movement. He accepted it on the condition that the movement will remain non-violent and will not limit itself to Bihar. Thus, the students' movement assumed a political character and had national appeal. Jayaprakash Narayan demanded the dismissal of the Congress government in Bihar and gave a call for total revolution in the social, economic and political sphere in order to establish what he considered to be true democracy. A series of Bandh, Gherav, strike were organized in protest against the Bihar government and the government however refused to resign. Both Gujarat and Bihar were Congress ruled states at that. In 1999, he was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna and this is India's highest civilian award in recognition of his social work. If we will talk about the ideology of JP is known for three main key contributions. First is fight against corruption, second principle of communitarian socialism and third is championing of total revolution. In Gujarat, against corrupt government, Jayaprakash Narayan accepted the leadership in Navnirman movement Gujarat. He joined the movement against corrupt government. And in Bihar also we see against the corrupt government, he accepted the leadership of movement. And if we will talk about the communitarian socialism, it means community socialism which will start from below. He was also known as the championing of total revolution. He was the first leader in post-independence India who undertook a tirade against corruption. Through the participation of youth, particularly in Gujarat and Bihar, he advocated the office of Lokpal against corruption. He advocated the office of Lokpal is an authority who could look into the corruption cases even against government and political leaders, and it will be independent office. Anna Hazare's movement was also anti-corruption movement, and Aam Aadmi Party formed from this movement. JP movement parallel was Anna Hazare's movement, and his principle of communitarian socialism views India as a society of communities encompassing three key layers: community, region, and Rashtra, all combined together as an example of true federation. Based on the above principles, Jayaprakash Narayan advocated transformation of individual, society, and state through the call of total revolution. And his call for total revolution sought to encompass moral, cultural, economic, political, educational, and ecological transformations. His political transformation include of the right to recall, the importance of village mohalla samitis in democratic politics, and his call for Upar ke log to join political struggle for a clean politics in the country. So students, right to recall mean if your representative are not accountable and responsible and stop representing you, then you should have right to recall them or change them. The essence for transformation, according to Jayaprakash Narayan, revolves around man, who could be the real catalyst of the change in India. So his thinking was that people can bring about change in any country. So student, this is all about the part 1. In next part, I will explain you about the Ram Manohar Lohia. Thank you.